All right, go live. You're live. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing marvelously well. It is 11 a.m. on Tuesday, August the 4th. And not only are we, what's the phrase? A day late and a dollar short. Yeah. So yesterday morning at 10 a.m., I arrived here at the studio and the internet went down. Amazing. So we're back. We're big, we're bad, and we're back. But I want to say thank you because we actually kept the chat going for yesterday's video all the way through. It started at about 10:30 and it went right through to when I left the studio at about 9 p.m. So it was open for that whole time. And about, I can't remember how many people were on. About right at the end, there was still about 100 people on there and we were talking away. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So thank you ever so much, everybody that stuck it out, and we had a great time. We actually ran some competitions in the chat, and I think we gave away 14 Academy memberships yesterday for the people that stuck it out for the 12, how long was it? About 9 hours? 10 hours? 10 hours, people in there chatting? Wonderful. Anyway, just goes to prove what an incredible community we have. So, why am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this because we had thousands of entries, which was absolutely amazing. And the way that the mix competition worked is we were judging them as they arrived. So we would get 10 to 20 to 100 mixes a day sometimes, and every single mix was listened to for at least 90 seconds and then was put into different piles, and then was revisited, like the better mixes, and then that was dwindled down to around about 100. It was actually 97 mixes, but about 100 mixes. The reality is we had about 60 times more regular mixes than we did remixes. So the likelihood of a remix making it into the top 3 was 1 in 20. And ultimately that top 3, which were the big prizes, there wasn't a remix in there. And the reason was, quite frankly, is some of the remixes were so unbelievably creative. There's a couple here that I absolutely love. But as a mix level, they weren't going to be competitive enough to necessarily be on Spotify or the radio. And I think that's one of the things that comes up, isn't it, when remixes, is not only do you have to be a good remixer on a creative side, Chris Lake, we all know Chris Lake, he's an incredible remixer. But not only is this remix really creative, it's also an amazing mix. So something I want to talk about here is making sure that as remixers, we also bring our A game in mixing. There's a couple here, for instance, that we're going to listen to that I'd love it if somebody as great as Alexis, who won the mixing competition, was mixing some of these remixes. You know what I mean? I think it would be totally incredible. Next thing I want to say is all of these prizes are actually my personal pieces of equipment. These are my personal things that we're giving away. We've got all of the digital prizes, but for instance, the 160 is my personal Lewitt 640 TS. So I'm giving away my personal mic here. Also, here we have a 440 Pure. Again, my personal mic that we're going to be giving away. My personal Evo 4. I'm doing this because I want people to feel rewarded. Because the remix quality was really fantastic. It was super, super creative. It just wasn't quite at the level of an A-level mix like we have with Alexis. So just for some perspective, let's listen to a little bit of Alexis's mix here. So this is the mix that won the overall competition. So let's give it a listen.
Darkness, silence.
Okay, so you see what we love about that mix. That was my personal favorite. And I listened to loads and loads of mixes. On Sunday, I spent the day going through all of the comments under the other YouTube one. And there was a couple of people. There was one guy actually initially said that his mix was better than the winners. And I did listen, and it wasn't. It had some issues. It's like, I understand people get so passionate about that. There's a great mix on Rate My Mix that somebody put up, and they had lots of commentary what was wrong with other people's mixes. And their mix was really, really good, but it couldn't be in a top 3 situation because the low end was pumping the master bus. So every time the bass played, it was like pumping. Everything was technically really good about that person's mix, but there's nothing you could do. You couldn't get on the radio, it wouldn't be Spotify, it wouldn't get past a label, and it certainly wouldn't get past the band. Everything else was really, really good, but the low end was pumping the master bus. So sometimes, so there's these kind of things that happen. I think, you know, as we learn to get really, really good at this job, and this is why we do these competitions, is to help and really sort of think about it. What was great about Alexis's mix was it was wide, it had depth, it was loud and proud and sounded like a modern rock mix, but it wasn't completely square-waved off. The chorus came in, there was a dynamic lift. Was it massive? No, but it was definitely more than most of the other mixes we were getting. So it was really good. It felt like an album track. It sounded like something that would, to be honest, it was better than any of the other mixes that were on the record. You know, it was just a great sounding mix. And it was my first choice. There was others that came close. They just didn't quite fulfill it. One of the biggest things for me is the low end. We talk a lot about this inside the Produce Like a Pro Academy. I've been in lots of other forums and lots of other stuff, and I find that that is not something that's talked about enough because I don't know if the people that are teaching it know how to teach it. I'll be really, really blunt. I watch other channels and I think to myself, yeah, they're not quite there yet, that they understand how to get really good, detailed low end. And that is something that really does sort out a lot of, you know, the men from the boys, the girls from the women, whatever you want to say, the women from the girls, whatever the phrase is, getting your low end to be really, really good. And it takes a lot of work. And in many, many situations, people don't have the kind of necessary, you know, apparatus, the necessary rooms, the treatment, the headphones, the speakers, the combination of everything. As you can see from our room, you know, we have bass traps built into the wall up there. Also, this is a full ceiling. And like, there's a lot of work done to this room to make it sound really, really good. And that's not easy to do. And many people are mixing, incredibly talented, gifted people are mixing in home environments, are mixing in garage spaces, are mixing in the corner of the living room. And, you know, so this is what this is about. This is why we did this. We're doing this to recognize the level of creativity. So first thing I'd like you to do is, there's nearly 300 of you watching. Please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. So please hit the like button. And now I'm going to go, when we're ready, Eric, and we're going to listen to I actually decided to pick 4 people. So Adam's mix here is one of my favorite remixes. I really, really love this remix. But now that you've just heard what won, the only thing for me that didn't get Adam's really creative remix, because it's very creative. And Adam, you've won a Lewitt 240, the Pro Mix Everything bundle, which is like 2 or 3 grand's worth of courses, a lifetime membership to Produce Like a Pro. We're very excited to have you in there, and the Lancaster Impulse Response Everything bundle, which has got like tons of producers and engineers stuff. So Adam, I really love how creative Adam's mix is. Adam, you did a wonderful thing. The only thing I would say is the remix was interesting, but the mix itself needed to be uplifted. If you can recall what we just heard, let's listen to Adam's now. Great creativity on this.
Shapeless
Okay, so super creative mix. I mean, the stuff he's doing with the vocals, Adam, is absolutely superb. It is really interesting because if the mix was at the level of Alexis's, that would have been a no-brainer, won the competition for me. That's the only thing holding it back, the creativity. And the mix is really good. I mean, that's a A- mix. Don't get me wrong. It's an A- mix. Adam is incredibly talented. I love the drum sounds. I love what he was doing with the drums there, the kind of roominess. I mean, it's very reminiscent of a Hugh Padgham kind of drum sound, like super, super cool drums. And you're talking some of my favorite stuff. So Adam, really, really close. This is why, everybody's very aware that we went through this with a fine tooth comb, and I have a reason for everything that I love something. And I really feel like Adam, if the mix had just been just a little bit more powerful, if the low end on the kick had just come in underneath and held it together, if the transition going into the chorus had just been wow, and those guitars have felt just a bit more defined like they were in Alexis's. Alexis's guitars, you heard them dancing around, you had the width. If it had just had those things, not only would it have won, I would have been giving it massive accolades. I do want to give it massive accolades because it's super creative. I get the direction. I love the Hugh Padgham drum sounds. It sounds like the drums from the Townhouse. My hat's off to you. Really, really smart. Great, great work, Adam. And congratulations. But like I said, the creativity through the roof, just the mix itself just needs that little extra 5 or 10%. But wonderful, wonderful stuff. Okay, next up, we're going to number 3. And this was Cry 9C. We put it up on SoundCloud ourselves because the SoundCloud link had expired. But I really like this mix. I can tell you about this before we even listen to it. Now, what Cry 9C did here, and it's tough because it could have been like they both could have come in third, both these people. Cry 9C, what they did is they went for more of a drums overdub kind of idea, which is a traditional kind of, the 90s on remix to put your own loops and stuff in there. And I really like it. And, have a listen. And this is for Lewitt 240. LCT 240. It's exactly the same price. Third and fourth. It should be third and third. They both have exactly the same price. Lewitt 240, Pro Mix Academy, everything bundles, like $3,000 worth of courses, lifetime membership to produce like a pro, and the Lancaster IR everything bundle. And this is Cry 9C.
Distant memories of a red light, sleepless nightmares, shapeless figures on my bedside, robot heartbeats, tubes and wires, a breathing mouthpiece, breathing. I gave all I had to give, ain't gonna make it.
I mean, that is a fantastic remix. Definitely, like everybody's commenting here, very kind of 90s, I was saying earlier, you know, and I mean this in a good way, you know, where there's that consistent groove, that shuffly kind of. But what I do like about it is clarity. Some of the stuff from the 90s they tend to put like four loops in there to kind of make it move. You remember that? You'd hear like those you have a. What I do like about what Cry9C was doing here is they were basically, you know, keeping that groove moving, and the biggest thing obviously was the lift in the guitar that comes in. Those double guitars come in the chorus. So it's linear in some respects because it keeps this groove consistent, but it keeps me nodding away. I really enjoy it. But then those guitars just get bigger in the chorus. So really, really nice work. Yeah, great. That's a tough one. You know, I had a hard time deciding which one was the winner. I think, you know, with Adams, I was just like the mix needed to be a little better. I think the mix on this was just a little bit more powerful. You could argue the bass was probably sitting a dB too loud. Not massively loud, but maybe just bring it down a dB. However, with this genre, it is about drum and bass, you know, having the bass hot, having the drums hot. You know, one of the blessings about growing up in the UK, and I'm sure there's, and you know, in Germany as well, you know, which is obviously, you know, one of the most influential dance music countries in the world, because, you know, everything that Bowie was doing, it all came from Germany. That's why I went to live in Berlin. You know, it was specifically to soak that up, you know, all of the amazing, what, you know, we lovingly call krautrock. All of those bands from the late 60s and the 70s influenced all of the British, you know, new wave scene all came from Germany. And then, of course, you know, house, it comes from America. You know, what I love about all of that stuff and growing up in the UK and absorbing it all and having the love of the 80s and 90s of being huge before eventually it came over here in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's great. I love it. I can feel it. I don't know where Cry9C is based. I don't know where Adam is based. I don't know where anybody's based. That's not the point. This is a worldwide competition. Something else that I have to remind everybody is we ship everything worldwide. Doesn't matter where you are. I've seen so many mix and remix competitions around countries where it's cheaper to ship to and blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of BS. The reason why we do this, the reason why I'm doing a second video is because I want to make sure that this is done for the right reasons. We do this because we are building community here and helping and empowering each other. So thanks everyone that did this. And I don't want any of you to feel shortchanged, because I really care about this, because I grew up without the advantages, and just to be able to like get in there and highlight this incredible work is amazing. So Cry9C, just really, really wonderful. Okay, thank you, Robert. You rock. All right, so next up is Neoland, and Neo won the Lewitt 440 Pure, which is the, you know, I don't remember what it is. How much is the 440? It's the 240 is the entry level, and the 440 is like, and this is my personal one. We've got to figure out where the box is. Can't find it. But this is one of two that we have. So this one's actually never been used. So it still have the sticker on it. But I think Eric threw away the cardboard box. Didn't you, Eric?
I'll find it in the dump.
We'll find it in the dump. But it's never been used. It still has the sticker on it. Like I said, this is us personally. No, I'm sure if I asked Lewitt, they would donate the mics. They get it. They're really good people. They feel the same way we do. They understand that this is about building community. But so it's the 440 with the ProMix Academy and everything bundle, the lifetime membership to Produce Like a Pro, and the Lancaster IR bundle. And this is Neoland's. Oh. No, don't want to give away the winner. Okay. And let's give it a listen. Love that at the beginning.
Yeah.
you can probably tell I could listen to that one all day. So it's just the mix isn't quite like perfect. I just want them. It's like the elements are just like all of my favorite things. I mean, absolutely amazing. You know, absolutely incredible. The Tony Levin kind of bass is amazing. That guitars. The vocals at the beginning are a little harsh and a little wispy. You know, that's the thing. It's the only reason why this mix is not in the top 3, is because the remix is so unbelievably creative, but it just needs a slightly better mix. And I don't want to take anything away from the creativity. Neoland, that was amazing. You're hitting all my favorite things. You're giving me some Peter Gabriel. You're giving me all kinds of incredible things to love. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You know, super creative. The double time chorus is just absolutely insane. You know, just really, really incredible. Oh, I'm total blessing. You know, just fantastic. Explore gave us 500 euros and then changed their mind. I don't know if those are euros. I don't know what sure that was. That's quite all right. Anyway, it was totally. It's one of the most creative ones. To be honest, it was like the most creative for me. The double time stuff in the chorus, just awesome. Tony Levin bass lines. I mean, that re-intro, the Marilyn Manson vocals, where you got this thing. I mean, absolutely incredible. Really, really amazing. Again, the only reason why it wasn't in the top 3 because of the mix, the actual mix. And that's just it. It's like, I understand you spend so much time being creative and trying out stuff and coming up with these incredible things that sometimes that last kind of 5 or 10%, pushing it over, just rounding out the low end and stuff, just that last stuff, it can be just a little bit there. Cry9, thank you, Cry9C. And yeah, Neo was absolutely amazing. So you can probably tell where I'm going. Reason why I chose the number 1. The number 1 mix that I chose is because it was the closest to being creative, but also maintaining a mix. So it's a bit of a compromise. I would say that with Neo, with all these 3 that we've seen before, Neo, Cry9C, and Adam, all had incredibly creative things. The number 1 remix for me was James, and James Galvez. Hopefully that's how you pronounce your name, James. And the reason why I chose James as the number 1 remix is because James was able to give me a mix that I felt like was competitive, an actual mix, powerful, you know, rocking. It's definitely a rock mix, but at the same time took some chances. And, you know, so this was a tough one not to be in the top 3. It's probably could have been slightly more creative in areas, but the creativity was amazing. But for me, this is the number 1 remix. For me personally, it's always a balance between creativity on the remix with the mix. And I feel like this was the best of those 2 combination. So James gets to win the LCT 640 TS, which you may know is, I think, probably the best microphone on the market for its price. I've done a video saying that. I will stand behind it. Austrian Audio do make a really nice microphone, OC818, which I love as well, which does all of the same things, and they're both incredible. But the 640 TS, how much is it? Can we look it up? 640 TS is looks like it's $899. There's a couple of people selling it a little bit cheaper, but it's a $900 microphone. It records the front and back at the same time, so it's the best stereo mic you're ever going to hear. There's no phase issues because it's 2 sandwiched together capsules, front and back. It doesn't get any better. You can change the polar pattern. By the way, Louis aren't paying me to do this. I'm just telling you. There's no money exchange hands in these competitions. The manufacturers give us this stuff, and they on the promise that they'll ship worldwide. It's really important to us that it goes worldwide. So, great microphone. Like I said, $900 microphone. The Evo 4, which, to be honest, this is my personal one. I'm going to have to try and get another one from Audient. Please, audience, send me another one. The Evo 4, it gets used a lot. The reason why I use it a lot is because it's dumb. And sometimes when I just want to record an idea, I just want to plug in the guitar, plug in the microphone, and just have it work. Wow, we have 400 people watching. That's amazing. For just this little remix video, thank you. Please hit that like button. I really, really appreciate it. We can do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway while we're listening to it. A giveaway for, this is going to be a good one. A giveaway, we'll do a lifetime membership for Produce Like a Pro giveaway. It's for a lifetime membership and a 1-hour Skype call with me, where we'll critique the mix, because we're talking about here. So any of you that are remixers and you want to talk about the mixing and getting the low end together and getting it powerful and making sure that it's great, you do a 1-hour Skype call with me. You can send me any of your mixes. We can go through. I do Skype calls all the time with Academy members, and we listen to 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 mixes and critique them and discuss stuff. Sometimes I open up their screen and we share it and do all kinds of stuff. So let's do a giveaway while we're listening down. We'll listen to the whole of James's song. So for, how long is this track? I think it's 4 minutes 50. So for 4 minutes 50, just answer this question. And it's easy. Anybody can enter. Eric will pick at random. Remember, this is to win a lifetime membership of the Academy. So if you're already an Academy member, you'll get a lifetime. If you're not a member, you get a lifetime. If you're already a lifetime member, you can get any Pro Mix Academy courses that you want. We're up to $500. How about that? $500 worth of free Pro Mix Academy courses. So what's the question I want to ask? We'll keep it easy. Who's your favorite artist? I did this yesterday, so I'm repeating myself, but who's your favorite artist? Could be could be Bowie, could be the Beatles, could be a band, it could be Massive Attack, it could be Björk or Björk for some people. It could be anything that you want. Who is your favorite artist of all time? Band or singer, solo? Eric will pick at random, and we're going to listen to James's track all the way through. Remember, this is, to me, was the balance between a remix and a proper mix. It was like James sort of nailed both of those things. Eric will pick while at the end, yes. Tom saying, not halfway through.
Darkness cry. Already lifeless. It's not a crime. It's only kindness. No need to cry. Already lifeless. It's not a crime. It's only kindness. I've been waiting patiently, a painfully long time. I need you to set me free. Shall flee, shall I die? No need to
Yeah, I think with James's, he did probably the least amount of remix stuff. He added some extra elements. He took more chances, and again, the only thing I think that doesn't put it in the top three for me, like he did like maybe 20% of the changes that were done on other ones, but it's just trying to find that place, isn't it, where you change it up enough to inherently improve it. To me, this is just an illustration of why none of these songs, as fantastic as every single one of these is, the illustration why none of them could make it into the top three. But James did some changes that were phenomenal. I love the harmony additional stuff that he added on the solo was fantastic. He did the changes that enhanced it. And the only reason why it's not in the top three was the low end was a little bit overblown, as you heard. And when the chorus came in, it just needed like that 1 dB lift on the guitars. Or you go into the verse and bring everything down a dB. Either way, it's just like more dynamics in the chorus and a better controlled low end. And I think this would have been a top three. So for me, it's like that's what it's about. It's like you can enhance it or you can take it completely left of center. You can do either of it. You can add things like the additional harmony stuff, reblend it, like James did. You can go crazy like Neo did and just like add some fantastic elements. You can completely change the whole beat like Cry9 did, or with Adam, you can just add tons and tons of remix ideas and get really exciting. All of these things make it great for me. I absolutely love all of these elements. Everybody here did incredible work. Absolutely incredible. Please hit the like button. There's 409 people watching live. That's really, really wonderful. If you could hit the like button, that would be... just please hit it. Who won and what did they choose?
I Need You is the name of their profile, and they chose Little Richard.
Oh, wow, Little Richard. What a cool one. What a cool one. Does Eric even know who Little Richard is? He's like, they were on yesterday, and I remember now. I recognize so many people from yesterday. Who is Warren? I don't know. Who am I? Who is Warren? I'm an English person from the United Kingdom, living in Los Angeles, who records and makes music. And I have a little educational show called Produce Like a Pro. That's me. So please hit that like button. That's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to the winners. all of these. Hopefully there's some clarity here about with the remix stuff is like, balancing between mixing and remixing and what is it, how we get all of those things to make sense. This has been a lot of fun. I mean, we're only 41 minutes in. How did that happen? Please, we can do a couple more. We can do a couple more. Let's do another giveaway.
Oh, snap.
Let's do another giveaway. Now that we've heard all this, we're going to do one more giveaway. And we're going to listen to the overall winner, Alexis. Give him another bit of love. And what have we done? Who am I? I don't know. But hopefully this brings some what's the word? Some resolution, so everybody understands the process. I think with future mix competitions, we may have more categories. The only issue is that we had 60 times more mixes than remixes. So it makes it like a 1 in 20 chance that a remix is going to make it into the top 3. So I really wanted to make sure that, everybody, everybody gets a chance, but we have to also be realistic that it's a 1 in 20 chance. There's not going to be 3 remixes in there unless they are unfreaking believable. And I really, really love the creativity of the first 3 particularly, and then James did less creativity than the other ones, but made more of a mix and kind of got it. But either way, every single one of these people, the more I listen to it, is fairly interchangeable because I love all of the elements from each one of these top 4 here. So let's listen to Alex's winning mix one more time. And what do we want to know? I suppose I want to know what do you work in? What DAW? What DAW do you use? And this is just, please hit the like button. That would be absolutely amazing. So this is to win a lifetime membership of the Academy and what did we do last time? A 1-hour Skype call? And a 1-hour Skype call with me, which is, I don't know why I'm doing that. That's a lot of work. Feeling overly generous today. I think it's really important to me that everybody feels rewarded here. Super, super important. And hence the me giving away some of my own personal equipment and us taking the time to do this. I want to make it really nice. I want to make sure everybody feels looked after. So, what DAW do you use? What do you work in? And now let's listen to Alexis I think it's Carve or Carver. I don't know. Let's listen to his mix all the way through.
Darkness not a crime. It's only kindness. No need to cry. Already lifeless. It's not a crime. It's only kindness. I've been waiting patiently, a painfully long time. I need you to set me free. Shall flee, shall I die? No need to cry.
Marvelous. Yeah, I really love Alexis's mix. I think did a wonderful job. Like lots of people were saying, the low end on the kick and the snare are just really, really good, really defined, and that's a big deal. That is a big, big deal. You know, we spend a lot of time. There's lots of people in the academy here. Who won?
4-3 Studios.
4-3 Studios. Congratulations, 4-3 Studios. What do they use?
Reaper.
Reaper. Oh wow, it's been Reaper-tastic. We've had a lot of Reaper conversations. So what was I saying? Yeah, and the low end and getting it right is really, really important. Like unbelievably important. And it's tough. It takes a lot of work to get that really, really defined. Mr. Problematic says Reaper wins. Apparently he did. Jeff Dunsmore says great mix for sure. Yeah, I was really impressed with that, and I'm just really impressed with the creativity here. Thank you ever so much, everybody that entered this. We'll be doing another one in a few weeks. We have some great sponsors already lined up, some different companies and some other companies we've worked with before. They're all very generously coming together to do this. Thank you ever so much. I really, really appreciate it. Please hit that like button before you go. It means a lot. It's really important to me that everybody feels rewarded because there's so much effort and time and energy that people put in to this. They're creative. We all know that it's not just a simple case of like there's 6 famous mixers in the world and then everybody else sucks. As much as, that wants to be portrayed. That's not true. There's so many incredibly talented people out here. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone that took the time to enter. It really means a lot. Please share this. Please comment. Please hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Come back in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and we'll have another mix competition. Very, very excited to have you all on board. I love what you're all doing. Thanks for all of the support that you give each other. It really means a lot. And have a marvelous time recording and mixing. And don't be afraid to do remixes. Like I said, there was only 1 in 60 of the ones that arrived were remixes. Most of the stuff that we got was actually mixes. So don't be afraid to do remixes. I will definitely always make sure to reward those of you that take the time to remix as well. I'm really, really impressed with everybody's work ethic. I'm impressed with the community, how much you support each other. Please hit the like button, share. Subscribe, all of those good things. And if you won, please make sure to email Eric at Eric at Produce Like a Pro. We'll set up the 1-hour Skype call, and you got a lifetime membership. And if you're already a lifetime member, you've got $500 worth of Pro Mix Academy courses you can get as well. Thank you, everyone. It really means a lot that you all come here and you all help each other. And it's a really powerful place. I've always wanted to have my own playground where there was lots of other people like us that can sit here and help each other out. It's really, really important to me that we have this. Please hit the like button. Please share. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. So long, farewell, adios, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, goodbye.